Muscles of mastication. The masticatory muscles are responsible for the chewing movements of the mandible or the lower jaw. The masticatory muscles originate on the skull and insert onto the mandible, thus acting upon the mastication and other movements of the lower jaw at the temporomandibular joint. So these masticatory muscles arise from the first pharyngeal arches. There are four in number, and the first one that we are going to study is the temporalis muscle. This temporalis muscle is a flat and fan shaped muscle which originates from the temporal fossa and attaches to the coronoid process of the mandible. So this muscle is innervated by the mandibular division of the trigeminal nerve, which is the fifth cranial nerve. Now if we look at the actions of the temporalis muscle, they are: it closes the jaw as shown here, and it retracts the jaw, that is the posterior fibers of the temporalis muscle retracts the jaw. It abducts or deviates the jaw to the ipsilateral side as shown. Also, it maintains the resting period of the mouth. The next we come on to masseter muscle. The masseter muscle has two portions, that is the superficial portion as well as the deep portion. The superficial portion is attached to the anterior one-third of the lower border of the zygomatic arch, and the deep portion is attached to the internal surface of the zygomatic arch. Now, if we look at the distal attachment, it is to the entire surface of the ramus of the mandible, but excluding the condylar processes. Now, it is innervated by the mandibular division of the trigeminal nerve, which is the fifth cranial nerve. And now, if we look at the actions of this muscle, it is similar to that of the temporalis muscle, that is, it closes the jaw and abducts the jaw to the ipsilateral side. The next muscle we have here is the lateral pterygoid, which is present behind the zygomatic arch. Its distal attachment is to the capsule of the temporomandibular joint and the neck of the mandible, and the articular disc of the temporomandibular joint as shown in the picture. This muscle has two heads. The small superior head, which is attached to the infratemporal fossa as shown here, and the large inferior head, which is attached to the lateral surface of the lateral pterygoid plate, therefore known as the lateral pterygoid. It is also innervated by the mandibular branch of the trigeminal nerve. Its main function is that it depresses the jaw, as it is the only muscle which depresses the jaw. The last but not the least, the medial pterygoid. This medial pterygoid has two attachments, that is the proximal and the distal. The proximal attachment is to the medial surface of the lateral pterygoid plate, therefore known as the medial pterygoid muscle. And the distal attachment is to the inner side of the ramus of the mandible. It is also innervated by the mandibular division of the trigeminal nerve. This also helps in closing the jaw and contralateral deviation of the jaw.